Oh my! How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a beautiful episode of Surprise Not Black Desert. You can see it in the top left, and also if you read the title of the stream, hopefully you do, because learning how to read is an important skill to be able to use a computer. But hey, we don't judge if you somehow manage to learn how to use a computer without knowing how to read. In fact, that would be quite awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so what's up today? As you can notice, we don't have our usual commentary of the patch notes because we have no patch notes. Long story short, they just did the weekly maintenance to take care of the endings of the events, reset quests and whatnot. And also they started the preparation for the spooky season.
So, since we know Korean developers as a whole do not work during this period because it's known as the Korean Thanksgiving, so most people usually have 1 week of holiday, which would be ending today. But I guess the Pearl Abyss was extra nice. They gave them some extra time off considering they worked so hard. So let them enjoy their holidays. But you know how Pearl Abyss is. In true Korean fashion, they came and decided to take away our events because, while they go and enjoy holidays, it seems we can't be happy and enjoy our events.
We still have many events still going, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
And you can still redeem the coupon to get the 1000 Kronstone and the free outfit to celebrate the Chuseok, which is the Korean Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Anyway, jokes aside, here we are, Crimson Desert. Now you might be thinking, what is a creamy desert? Well, surprisingly, it's not a Chinese knockoff. It's actually the main reason why Black Desert has been getting not so many updates, because Pearl Abyss has been taking care of his new child, and you know how it is in a family. As the older sibling, you just sometimes have to watch as your parents only care about the younger sibling, but because they're young and they need the help. Now Crimson Baby is what I'm going to be calling it from now on, and it is Pearl Abyss's child. They looked at The Witcher, they looked at Dark Souls, they watched probably too many episodes of Berserk and went insane. So here we have it, folks. Crimson Desert.
Announced like 2 years ago, and still we don't know exactly how it's going. Hopefully good. We would like to play it at certain time. Also because, as you are going to see, many things are similar to Black Desert. And in fact, Crimson Desert is a reference to Black Desert.
Yes. Because the Calphionians were calling it Black Desert, while the Valencians were calling it Crimson Desert from all the blood. Aren't they so poetic? God.
However, while Black Desert world never received a name, because for example, it's very common to give names to lands. For example, I come from Ion, and the world there, it was called Atreya. I don't know how it was on Arcade, because you had like different places.
Too many world names, too little lore, too many people killed. Point is,
the new land, Aurora.
Aurora, yeah.
Okay,
so and so on.
Black Desert doesn't. Like, we have Land of the Morning Light, we have the continent, we have each name of the region, but we don't have a whole name.
So we should call it Calphion, as everyone from Calphion probably wants.
Tell it to Jordan. By the way, while Crimson Desert has a world, it's not a desert, it's not the same world, probably, of Black Desert, and it has a name. In fact, it is called Pywell.
Pie what?
Pywell. Pywell.
They worked like 5 years on this thing and they call it paella?
Pywell.
I'm getting old. So I was like, paella?
Pywell. Pywell.
It really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it, guys? Like, I gotta say. Hey, listen, too early to judge. Only have the black and white text, maybe with some gray. May contain inappropriate content inappropriate for children.
Because
Well,
waters.
That's okay because we don't have children, so we can watch this.
Okay, let's go.
If anyone's a child, close your eyes. I'm not responsible for you. Ah, spooky. Ah, spookier. Huh?
Very The Witcher. It reminds me a lot of The Witcher. It's easy to
Oh, look at that.
This is very The Witcher.
Yeah, that's also. That also. Oh my
I
god.
guess this is the one playing the camera motion is like that. Dark Souls maybe?
Wait, that looks like Valencia. And that looks like.
Yeah, some maps are legitimately recycled.
Oh, convicted. You can be a criminal, guys. Whoa. Hopefully, we don't have to. Enchant to get like a
This
mythical.
mechanic is very cool. Oh,
Yeah.
oh god, what happened to the track?
Blood of
This
the
is
morning
the
light.
Musa and
Wait!
the Meg.
Wait! This is from Red Dead Redemption. They just like have it. Whoa! Don't make love to the horse!
We have the abyss.
Yeah, that's the giant. Oh, fishing! Good game. Game of the year. That's what we need. Oh, stone.
The stone crab.
Yeah. Gathering. Petting dogs. Wait, what? Was that a dog mask? That was a dog mask.
Hugging a cat.
Ah.
Stealing rats. That's so scary. Oh! We have this in Black Desert, but they kind of...
Attraction. Puzzles.
Attraction.
Attraction again. When you gather weeds. Assassin's Creed.
Getting
Okay.
horses, but in different way from Black Desert.
Ah, the Lema grave. Okay. Ganels.
Attraction.
Attraction again. Yep. Attraction. Nice. Drift. Yeah. Okay, bro. No, not the horse.
Damn! Oh,
Oh.
that's in Trent.
Yeah.
That's from Castle.
Yeah. I don't even know. It's some Leonardo da Vinci type of bullshit in there.
Shaka posing.
Oh, for honor combat. Look at that. Oh, with the quick time events. Let's go. Hey, look, that's mech.
Something made my... Oh, that's Golden Plateau.
Yeah, and that's the Witcher. Okay.
Everyone like, oh my god!
I don't even know. Yeah, that's correct.
The Magnus.
The Magnus. Yeah, we got the Magnus.
Heidel.
Heidel.
Okay, so rewind.
Yeah, let's rewind. This was obviously like a first watch. So let's continue. Here we'll be pausing and looking properly through the content.
There's some... Okay.
What do you have?
pause. Okay, no. If you pause, okay.
Oh yeah, you want to do the second by second?
No, it's okay. It's just that I could stop when I wanted to comment on things.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You can comment on the combat because...
So we have the inn.
Okay, the inn is very similar to the ones we have in Black Desert, for example in Velia. But I don't know why these scenes gives me the Witcher vibes.
Yeah, probably because they took the thing from The Witcher, where you can go to any inn and like play. In The Witcher,
Yar.
it was.
We're going to play Yar, guys!
Hopefully they implemented Yar. In The Witcher, I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, I remember that in The Witcher they have a game.
Gwent, there you go. And the people, what used to happen is people used to go to the inn and they used to play Gwent for like 5 hours and forgot about actually playing The Witcher. So I guess here you can like arm wrestle or...
for hours, Yar, to be honest.
Yeah, understandable. All right. So wait, pause. So yeah, here you can see the technology being a little bit better, as I will show just a little bit before this beautiful kick. In fact, you can see even here the render that even if it's distant, it has more details.
Yeah, I actually watched a previous video when they said that they finally managed to realize something that in video we still don't have, and all the screenshot master are crying loudly because of that. You can't render distant things, so you have to play very weird tricks with light to have like in a certain shadows the faraway places, so you don't notice that actually they are focused like shit.
Yeah, because they can't really change it. They would have to remaster the graphics engine
Again.
yeah, and but here you can clearly see that it has more details.
Mhm.
Here I'm not sure if the lack of details is due to YouTube compression. It's most likely YouTube compression. But what you notice here as well is just how much effects you get. Like look at the difference when you hit the kick, bam.
Mm-hmm.
Look, like this
Yeah,
is
it's
something.
very shaky the view.
Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of the blur. But this is something that I guess is to make your skill feel more powerful.
So powerful you get blurred.
Yeah, when you kick someone so hard. And here, like, you see, like, okay, so now he rolls away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you can see, like, the details and everything, they are there. What I'm afraid of, because I haven't played it, is that they shake too much.
Yeah.
Make you lose details. Because, for example, while it's clear, here what we see is the YouTube compression, like around when you see the pixelated things.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you play in 4K, YouTube compression is very strong. But it's actually pretty cool to see, like, look at the amount of details that these effects have.
Yeah, but the texture and everything seem very detailed, and it's something that they always wanted also in Black Desert, but as Swittzy was saying, they should do like, I don't know, they are going to call it the super, because right now we have the pre-remaster, the remaster, the ultra, and even with ultra, your character and the texture of the skins are much better. But the issue is that the texture of the world and the ability to put focus on like distant things, it doesn't work. So they should rework again in order to make the graphic like in Crimson Desert. However, since apparently they are using a lot of models from Black Desert, probably another rework will come with the engine, and the models they already have are going to be moved from Crimson Desert to Black Desert.
Okay.
So good, to me it's good.
Wait, check this out. This is a very cool subtle detail. Look at the soldier being kicked.
Yeah,
Yeah, but look carefully. So the helm falls off. His weapon falls off, and you can actually equip them.
Lema.
So look when he rolls,
Mm-hmm.
because he does the rolling.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dead soldier. You can see his boots.
Mm-hmm.
There's a soldier going towards the character.
Mm-hmm.
The guy he slips because you rolled, and while he's slipping, he did the, well, I'm gonna call it the whirlwind skill, because he's spinning around like breakdancing. And look at the soldier's shield after he spinned.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of detail. The shield on the ground, the soldier falling, like legitimately flying. Jesus. And like the shield flying, He deflected an arrow as well while doing this. Like there's an arrow coming from up. Bam, deflected. I don't know how he deflected it, he just did.
From the shield, because he is smacked against the shield.
Yeah, but that's insane. Like the fact that you can kick someone and have his helm fly off and then pick it up if you want to mid-combat, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about to stab him in the cojones. That's the perfect position. Do you see it? Leg spread, wide eagle, baby. He's waiting for it, sword in hand. And boom! Ah, they ended up too fast. Also here, you might notice that these are very similar to what one might call bandits. Yeah, they are very similar.
And also the rebels from Serendia.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if this is gonna. Yeah, this look like the rebels. This looked like the band. The surrender. Yeah. Look at this thing, guys. Look at this work of art. Kicked him like right in the schnoz. Gave him like a straight up nose job. Look at that. Boom. Kicked the pixels out of him. Like you see that effect they do when you kick someone? They actually know you properly kicked someone. And look at that. Come on, fall. Boom. He falls onto the barracks. Like the wooden tower, and the wooden tower says, you know what, it's very disrespectful thing that you did to me, sir. So the wooden tower then decides, of course, because he's dodging and call, okay, Jean-Claude Van Damme, we get it. Look at that. Bam, he hits him, hits the wooden tower, and he's flying at this point. He's seeing like his grandpa, you know, he's up on the heaven. And you see, same thing. If you look at the character, he dropped his hat. And look at that face. That's the face of someone who took like one too many shots of Jägermeister. Like that guy is seeing Ilion, Al, and fucking Hadum at the same time.
All together in a reunion.
Yeah. It's very shaky, this camera, I swear to God.
I told you, like, if the shakiness... if the motion is like this and you can't change it, I swear to God, it's like in the Evil Within. And you are going to play this game and I'm going to comment.
Yeah. Look at it. This looks like a screenshot from Black Desert if I just took this. I love the YouTube compression here, just like...
too powerful for the poor YouTube. Okay,
beautiful.
You can keep going.
Oh.
Okay, it's a Musa.
Yeah, kinda. But do you recognize the... Well, let me... Before the Aldo flashes kill. I just want the frame before. Come on. No?
But because I can't see it properly. Like you are in a forest, but it's hard to...
Oh, there is a moment of clarity. Yeah, around here. This, don't they remind you of something? I'm not sure if it's like related to Mirumok's or other totems, but these are like 3 totems.
So you can explode.
Yeah. You can wrestle. Yeah, so it's not only is it Berserker, but this is also the same place as before.
Yeah. No, the one before was...
Yeah, at the beginning. In fact, except it's night, and you can see how it changed. Wow, people were actually bouncing off. Like, look at this. So here he wrestles. Look at it, look at this. Boom! The guys hit the wall, bounce off like wow. Do you see that?
Yeah, but they said in the dev commentary that they are paying a lot of attention to the physics. And for example, they calculated perfectly how lights work. In fact, like light here to take screenshot and whatnot will be amazing in my opinion.
Yeah, here like this place is also amazing. It reminds me of the quarries like between Calfion.
Oh, next to Kaplan.
Yeah, here it is in the quarry. Here is
a castle, could be like similar to the Calfion ones. Like here also the quarry reminds me a bit of the iron mine next to Altinova.
Yeah.
But it's much better because probably this is a marble excavation.
Yeah, and it's called Deminis Northern Quarry. So yeah.
This is, in my opinion, it's a clear reference to the big ass PP in Drigan.
And it's called the Impenetrable Shield Domain. The map.
And here,
of
like,
Hell.
is what I was saying about the fact that the developers were very proud of themselves because you can render better things in the distance.
Yeah. Not only can render things better in the distance, I think that's also the PP.
Could be.
This is called Hernard, the region, and yeah, you can see like there. Okay, that's very distant. There, like you can see that it's a bit weird, but here, like this is because it's
compression, yeah.
It's the compression as well on top, and you have to imagine that this is meant so you move around, so you won't like pause, zoom in, and be like, hey, pixel, you know, like this is very well done. And you can see also the details of the people below, like they're moving. Wait a minute. Come on, I caught that with my eye.
The characters?
Yeah, I gotta. I need to check properly to see. Yeah, it's okay. So it's a way better because there's just some slight pop-ins on the tree here, but the characters are moving and everything, so it's just too good. Oh, this is still Harna. Commoner.
Heidel. This reminds me a lot of Heidel.
Yeah, it's called Hernard, and.
Okay. This mechanic, I love this. That to get the quest, you take the fly from the board.
And these are actually quite detailed. Like you can, if you could speak whatever the fuck they're writing there, like you could probably read it. Well, you can see that it's low poly, but probably if you play it at 4K, you won't have this issue. Hey!
And fun fact, this is a reference to Black Desert Online because in Black Desert Online you have some quest at the beginning, quite famous I might say, where you have to go around with the ships.
Yeah.
And you even have to do it in one of the Bartali
adventure logs, yeah.
Adventure logs.
And you need to carry it all the way from Heidel to Velia, like that's a long ass carry.
And also it was very common in community events, having people coming at the event after picking up some ship. So it's something in the Black Desert culture.
Interesting. So it's really okay. So it seems that Hernard would be one of the main series, and then
something like Serendi, I guess.
Yeah, and this is the Hernard Highway, which is kind of like with the way from Velia to Heidel. Like you know, you have all those places with pastures and ships. Yeah. What the
heck did they see?
Look, okay, first of all, look at the ship here. Like, you guys can't see it because of our cameras, but...
Yeah, but like, the face of the main character.
Yeah, I guess he's doing...
What did you see?
They're doing so that it's focusing on something. Like, legitimately. Yeah, I think that the eyes are supposed to be focusing on an objective or something. So, jeez, how do I? Alright.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Like, just keep going.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to scout for hints. Like those guys there seem very familiar.
A bit of an issue with rendering the rocks, but I mean, like, it's still a trailer.
Okay, try and look.
The PP.
Yeah, the PP.
That's the Wusa. Okay. These are exactly the outfit from the release of the Wusa, who has black short hair and the Megu, who here is wearing the Megu dresses, but I guess it's supposed to be a Mudang.
I think this reminds me of Bari very much.
Yeah, Bari is a Mudang.
Yeah.
And like
and you see even the
yeah, we have the decoration.
The decorations in the background.
Of the Korean, yeah.
Yeah. Hernard again, but this is. I guess they didn't want to show too many other regions.
Probably because they're super cute.
Hernard Highway. This is a reference to Red Dead Redemption. That's how you used to steal cars
and
as well.
that's a crime because you had spotted crime.
Yeah. That's also part of sometimes The Witcher, sometimes like anywhere these adventure games where you free prisoners. I guess that's Pimp Your Ride because it's the stable.
That's an abbot, so I don't know if we'll have also a lore related to the abbots. Abbots are a particular race in Black Desert, which is like basically the demi-humans. And most spread around the world are the deer ones. Yeah, they are called deer abbots.
Yeah, so it seems that you have gold, silver, and copper combo, and it seems to go to 1,000, I guess, because here it has 400 copper, 0 silver, and 1 gold.
Probably they'll do something like Blade and Soul, where 1,000 copper is 1 silver, 100 silver is 1 gold.
Gotcha. And you can also see the little details. So for example here, like this, his hair is like kind of baked into his skin. This is because doing hair is actually one of the hardest things on the graphics card. And it's very hard to emulate realistic hair, but you don't want the hair to be too realistic. So it's kind of a weird point, because if you make your hair too realistic, then it looks creepy. But if you don't make it like you make it cartoonish, you can pass. But if you have like individual hairs and whatnot, that is very harsh to properly render, especially if it has physics, because imagine if you have to handle the physics for each individual strand of hair, and this motherfucker needs to shave a bit. So the point is,
it's a demi-beast.
This motherfucker needs to shave a bit. There you go. So the point is, even if it's low poly, you can see that, for example, he picked an apple, it shows an apple. He switched on orange, it put on orange. I'm hoping that they legit, like, if these guys took every item in game and put it on the here so you can preview it, they're psychopaths.
But there are other games doing that.
Yeah, but they're psychopaths. I'm not saying it's not a negative thing, it's actually a very positive.
The PP.
Yeah.
But it's another PP, yes.
Yes, this is Hernard, of course, a public fountain, because public access to water, important. So you can drink and get buff. That's a giant, yeah.
It's sort of an orc.
Let's not be too harsh on him, okay? Like, I understand he doesn't look pretty, but come on. It could be, it could be an orc, yeah.
He has like teeth.
I mean, everyone has teeth.
Fang.
Yeah. You might call it a tusk, because they usually they take from the boars, right? Who was the anyway. This is called Bliss Mercenaries. So
okay, and this is fishing. We have fishing in Black Desert. Come fishing.
Yeah, and hopefully they're gonna make the fishing system like this in Black Desert as well.
I'm quite happy with the fishing system in Black Desert.
You heard it, folks. Anyway, here it seems to be called the Three Saints Fall, a very cool rocky falls place. You can see like the shininess of the armor, because here the armor is getting wet.
And you also have the stats of the
it
fish.
starts 150 HP. Wow. It's called the Barracuda. What?
And that's a stone crab, and we actually have it in Black Desert. Seeing this, many people started to think that actually Pywell is the world of Black Desert. But in the end, many agreed that actually the world is different. Because some said, oh, but maybe it's like something like the past of what we have now in Black Desert, or like sort of the future. But in my opinion, are two different worlds.
They're two different worlds also because
they just very like the model of the
they just took the same-ish models, but you have to imagine that with the Magnus, alternate realities are possible. So technically, you could say that the world of Crimson Desert could be a world in Black Desert where the manager of the Magnus got too drunk, I guess, and fucked up.
But in fact, some people started to think they are going to make crossovers between Crimson Desert and Black Desert thanks to the Magnus.
So that's why they released that filler story. No, I'm saying because when we played through the Magnus the first time, I was convinced that the developers had gone insane and they just gave up on the story, because compared to everything else happening in the story, it didn't make any sense. Pretty much. And introduces a lot of new elements to Black Desert that are quite dangerous to play with. Time travel, and most importantly of all,
actually, Atoraxin introduced the time travel.
The Magnus as well.
Yeah, but first it was introduced with Atoraxin. The Magnus was a consequence.
Okay. The Magnus was a consequence of Atoraxin, because the developers were really smoking that hot piping herbs, sunrise herbs that they make in Florin, wherever Shais live. The point is...
Florin.
Yeah, Florin, pits of hell, same thing. The point is that the Magnus introduces a new and dangerous concept, which is alternate realities, because it's you kind of travel between situations and realities. So technically you could, if it was made to make like crossovers, that's smart, but still, and until I see it, I'm not gonna praise them for it,
No, but like because they wanted to make canon many things. For example, the Shadow Arena. In fact, like the other Jordan comes from the Shadow Arena.
Yeah.
And so, like, basically, they said that parallel universe are canon.
And the Shadow Arena is canon. So when you go kill people in the Shadow Arena, it's not you being...
We don't have it anymore. That's the point. They keep it like a reference. Was it the Shadow? I don't remember the one where that it was like a battle royale. What's the Shadow Arena?
I don't know. Everyone was doing battle royale, so at that point I wasn't playing any because I was like a hipster. Anyway, let's keep going.
And they have, and also another thing, probably they are using monster creatures from Black Desert, because then if they want to upgrade the engine, they will have the models ready.
Yeah, so it seems to be a forest gathering happening. Raised Domain is called. Donkey, Hernard, same thing, but with a castle at the top, which really looks like Heidel sometimes.
Yeah.
Wait. That thing like escaped me the first time. Come on, I swear to God, how many frames?
And basically, petting dogs, it's already something that they try to kind of introduce with Land of the Morning Light, because basically the dogs chase you, and in very specific case you can pet them. But the issue is that you can't always pet them, and many are asking for it. So probably this is a hint that they are going to introduce this also in...
Yeah, but have you ever pet a dog with the dog head? That's like a power move. First, pet a cat. This is a reference to...
I don't know how it's called in English, but I know the story.
Yeah, that one asshole that brought the plague by playing the flute and attracting
The flute player.
Yeah.
And the rats, and then he started to kidnap children. Anyway.
Yeah. Also, look at the cat's tail in this situation. Wait, bonk. It's quite excited, this cat. Okay, here same thing. Hernout this time playing the flute and bringing thingy.
This is a skin that is very similar to one we have in video. Okay. And also here another thing that we already have in video. So to all the people watching the train, like, oh, I don't know if you can keep all these promises. We can tell you, many of these promises are already real in Black Desert.
Yep. It's cool because you can see the islands.
The Magnus.
It actually does look
Come
like
on,
the Magnus.
it's the Magnus up there.
It does look like the Magnus. It's that sphere. Yeah, look at all these symbols. It's like the Minecraft enchanting table. Okay. We're doing puzzles. It was in Grace Forest. Here, when you enter... Actually, it says it doesn't know. So it could be.
That reminded a bit of Ataraxian.
Yeah, wait. So in this area, it could be, but it's also weird because these are at the top. I'm not sure. There was a thing when they said that the world was in chaos because the Magnus was not balanced or something. So we'll be referencing to this since people saw things in the sky. Okay, Savage Wolf Forest, Grace the Main. Okay, Assassin's Blade. Anvil Hill. Okay.
So at this point I guess here we have a new system for horse capturing, because we already have it in Black Desert again, but the way you tame the horse is different.
Yeah, and also this weird thing that you can get blood text at graves. Very, very damaging. Room of Knowledge. Call it
really like this place.
Crypt of Resting Thoughts, maybe. No. And you can open Bay of Ambulance. Okay.
Here is probably in the land of the morning light of Paiwell.
Okay. King Shield's Mountain.
Because they said that basically the story is that nice flowers. That basically the story is that you are a sort of a Viking, so you come from a land that is Viking-wise, but then you go all around the world, and you have, like, for example, medieval France, medieval Italy. You have Korea because the Mudang and the Wusa that we saw were Korean. So this world is really big.
Yep. So Revenant again with the drift. This is a reference to Black Desert.
And by the way, that mechanic we have it in Black Desert.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Guys, most of the mechanics, you have it in Black Desert. This one, for example, you probably don't. Just sticking a stick. This is the most replayed part. Allez, whoop! Imagine how cool Sages would be like this. Everyone just like jump, sticking on the ground. Black Wall, jumping with the donkey. Leaving the donkey. It's a nice city.
Okay, this is a reference probably to the Norse cities in the fjords. Because this seems a fjord. But like in real life, I mean.
Yeah.
And here many people are like, oh, but this mechanics seems so bad. Actually, we kinda have this in Black Desert as well, because this is what basically the Pegasus does, because I guess this guy is basically gliding.
He is gliding here.
Probably this is a skill that will allow the gliding to the character, and since they already have the physics, you just have to add an animation that is very similar to when the spooks appear, the GM's looking spirits that appear during Halloween. So yeah, like we kind of already have the models, we already have the mechanics, so like it's not hard to believe that this is what you can expect from
even without being so complex, that's what the what's it called, the land does.
Yeah,
Like
true.
you can glide with the land. Imagine if you can glide in a single player game. Yeah, sounds kind of cool.
And this is a reference to Black Desert because we have this big bad boy in Trent, and however it's only environmental, you can't interact with it, so on Crimson Desert we will be able to.
This is Blitz Mercenaries. So I guess I'm not sure if there's like a building system or, but I think here they're showing a building destruction system, because look, you can acquire, bring, and finish with things. I think it has a building system.
That's from Castle.
It's
That's
called
from Castle.
World's Naval. This is Horseman Hill. Oh, this is a reference to.
I guess this is a reference to Calfen Castle for how the plant is. I'm not sure.
Starfish Bay. Titan Boss. Okay. Just exploring. The quarry. Anvil here. Witch's Forest. Turner. Like dueling. The penis mine. And nice dragon in there. It's a mecha dragon. You can see.
Marnie, is that you?
No, it's like.
No, I mean Marnie. Did you build it?
Oh, probably. I mean, look at it. This is Marnie on steroids, though. Okay, this is
Goon Plateau. This is Goon Plateau with the Goosen's shadows.
It's called Hounds of Hell, the region, so I'm not sure. But yeah, it is pretty cool.
These are legitimately the ones in the tail of the Goosen's.
In this, instead of being called the Valkyrie Academy or whatever, it's called the Troll College. Understandable. Everyone is here. Archive of Destiny. That's a kind of cool.
That's the mag.
So I'm thinking those are parts of the Magnus. In fact, that one probably is the one that looks very close to what we have. But I'm not sure about the rest. Oh, and there you can see like another red biome thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there like things rolling. And right now we are in question mark. Kerner. Here we are.
And that's guys, that's Heidel. This is exactly the map of Heidel.
Yeah. And they still call it Hernard here.
If you take Heidel from Black Desert and you look at it like from up, that's the map basically, the one of the castle.
Yeah.
So yeah. I
call
might
it
say that
Hernard.
Hernard is Heidel. Which
Yeah.
makes sense because it's taken from an actual city, is inspired by an actual city in France.
Wow. So, do you think they're gonna change the Heidel into Hernard just to mess with people? And then, of course, Crimson Desert. So, that's an interesting take. I hope you can customize your character properly so you can have fun. I can't wait to see like what you can explore, what you can discover with this. If there's anything related to the lore of Black Desert, maybe if there are things I'm not sure that could be potentially interesting to us as well, like lore wise, like combat wise. It seems to be very very well done, but like since we haven't seen anything else, just kind of like, okay, let's keep our wits. Remember, you can't be disappointed if you have no expectations. And this is because a lot of big games, usually they are released and they don't do that well. But for an adventure game, it seems to have every mechanic that made other adventure games fun. So you saw like messing in the inns, discovering, messing like around, taking like simple quests if you want to just relax. You can fish if you want to relax. You can you can pet animals. You can skin animals, as it seems. What hunting? Like people in Red Dead, like they do hunting for hours because that's what makes them
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm hoping that we get to see like the regions in Black Desert.
I hope we'll have Yar.
Understandable. I gave up on sailing, so
Well, maybe since the main character is a Viking, you'll be able to sail.
it'd be very nice. And it seems like we can kick people out, so that's fun. Fun. Yep. I guess they look at why people play the Guardian in Succession, and like, well, you can kick people, and it's like, well, understandable. Put it in a game, folks. Don't buff the Guardian though. Like, make sure to nerf her so no one plays her, so you just yoink all of her skills.
Excuse me.
Yeah. When's the last buff you had?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a fix.
I'm talking buffs, not I changed the name.
I'm going to play Drakan. No, I'm joking. I'll keep playing Guardian
And
until the end of my years.
Oof. And even on this thing that they represent, like, you can see
We have Ganels probably.
we probably have Ganels, we have the bandits, we have orcs with blue eyes and obviously fashionable hair because
Grey, yeah, is actually we have this thing where when BDO per Labis in general doesn't know how to make eyes, they are grey.
well, they made them red for whatever that thing is that wants to hunt our dreams.
A black spirit.
Imagine if that's the final boss of the game. It's a black spirit.
And then you get teleported in Black Desert and you get automatically connected to the webpage of Black Desert. Play now if you want to know how the story ends.
Oh my god, imagine you just finish like Crimson Desert and suddenly like it minimizes and automatically launches Black Desert for you and you're like, ah, shit.
Anyway.
So that's about it. Like it's a really good game. I'm from the trailer. Like the mechanics are cool. The fact that you can kick items off enemies, for example, I probably would spend hours just kicking people in the face, being wanted, just so I can steal their robe, so I can look cool.
I think many of the mechanics are very possible because we already have many of them in Black Desert. In fact, those people saying, this seems very nice, but I don't know if you will be able to be up to it. Like, guys, I understand that you don't play a lot of MMOs, but at least check what the other games of the same production are, because I can tell you Black Desert is an MMO, so it's far more difficult because you have to handle several players, and we already have many of these mechanics there.
And I can tell you that all of these things that you saw in the trailer are things that games currently do nowadays. Yeah.
So
That-
it's totally doable.
Yeah, in fact, it would be quite disappointing if they didn't, because next gen is supposed to handle this for you. So, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, night, whatever it is. See y'all next